Welcome into another live commitment here on the On3 Recruits channel. It is that time of year. Recruits are flying off the board. We've had some big ones. Jared Curtis a week ago. Just yesterday, the #1 overall recruit, Jackson Cantwell. And today we have a big one as well. And it doesn't stop here. We're going to have commitments coming all offseason. So get in here, get seated. But before we get started, do me a favor, hit subscribe to the On3 Recruit channel, the best recruiting channel on all of YouTube. All right, who are we here for today? It's Jonaz Walton, an elite running back from the state of Georgia, the number 10 ranked running back in the country and a top 20 prospect in the Peach State. Walton plays for Central High School in Carrollton, Georgia, and he checks in at 5'10", 212 pounds, and he is holding dozens of offers, but today he narrowed that list down to just 5, and we're going to get a winner. And the top 5 are Notre Dame, UF, Alabama, Tennessee, and Stanford. But before we talk with Walton, let's put on the film. Here is some of his high school highlights. Walton displays a great combo of both size and power and speed, and he's really a do-it-all type back at Central High School. He can grind out those short yardage third downs, but really, he's a speed back. He can hit a home run from nearly anywhere on the field. And his size, he's well over 200 pounds. It might fool you, but this dude can absolutely fly. Some of these highlights show why he is such a coveted high school prospect. So before we go down to Georgia, let's take a look at those social handles. Remember, Jonaz Walton's career is just about to take off, so make sure you guys are following along. Hit the follow button on those. You're going to want to be there. All right, it's time. Let's head down to Carrollton, Georgia, and we're going to talk with Jonaz. You got your family around you. You got a lot of teammates and friends down there. How are you feeling right now?
I'm extremely excited. I've been waiting for this moment for a good bit of years. I feel like I've known where I wanted to go for a while, and it's just time for everybody else to find out.
All right, so we see your top teams down there. How did these programs make your final list?
I gotta say, all these 5 schools, they've kept constant communication with me. I mean, I know a lot of schools have offered, but not a lot of schools have been communicating. And this is week-to-week basis. And then all 5 of these schools, they produce numerous amounts of great running backs. I mean, you can go to Alabama, you don't have to name any. There's 10. I mean, there's 3 in the league right now, and then Tennessee. Same, Dylan Sampson just got drafted, and same thing with Alvin Kamara. And then Florida, same thing. Jaden Ball, he's an upcoming freshman. He had 5 touchdowns last season. First game started. Stanford, Christian McCaffrey, and the Notre Dame, the potential Heisman winner next year, and Jeremiah Love. These schools, they have a great history of producing running backs, as well as all these running back coaches. They're my top 5 running back coaches. I love all of them. I believe in all of them, and I thought they can help me succeed at the next level.
Yeah, I mean, you really can't go wrong with any of these programs, but today you're going to pick one. So the moment's here. The floor is yours. Say your thank yous and let us know where you're committing to college.
All right. So first, I got to thank my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. I know none of this would be possible without him and my God-given abilities. And then I want to thank all my coaches, everybody who's poured into me and given me a chance to play and taught me new things that they wanted me to know. And then I also want to thank teachers. I feel like they're kind of underestimated. They really helped me a lot. And if I ever need a question, every single teacher I've had, they've been amazing. And then also I want to thank my auntie, one right here, second mom, best friend. She does everything. If I ever need anything, she's gonna get it for me. And then, even if I don't ask and I say I don't want it, she's still gonna get it. And then I want to thank my younger brother, Jace, right here. I had an opportunity to play with him last season, and I'm still am this season, my senior year. It's good having someone push me, and I'm glad I was able to teach him some things, and then he's also taught me some things and made me a better person and pushed me harder. I have someone that's looking up to me. Then I also want to thank my older brother right here, Julius. I got to play with him my freshman year, and it was senior year, and he was a DN. I had to block him, and he'd made me look awful. But I feel like he definitely made me look. He definitely helped me build my game, and it was good having some competition. And then I want to thank my mom. I mean, greatest mom in the world. I can't say anything better. You know how moms are. They're going to do anything they can for you. And then I want to thank my dad. There's so many things that I can say about my dad. Is it from yelling at me to do something I forgot, to getting me something I said I didn't want, to telling me to do my therapy at after practice, I'm hurting. Like, just he's the greatest dad in the world, and I can't say enough about him. So, with that being said, I'll be spending the next 3 to 5 years at University of Notre Dame.
Jonaz Walton heading to South Bend. Jonaz, why was Notre Dame the best fit for you? Why was Notre Dame the best fit for you?
There's so many things that Notre Dame has that I want, like their location, and then obviously I talk about Jeremiah Love. Like, they're building something special there, and they just went to the national championship. And then as well as Coach Sider, I really love Coach Sider. Like, he's like can be another father figure for me, and we have a great relationship, even though I've only known him personally too much for about like 2 to 3 months. And it's Notre Dame. Like, I can't say enough about it. I just love everything there.
Yeah, it's Notre Dame. What else left is there to say? Have you had a chance to talk to Marcus Freeman and Jaywan Sider and tell them that you're committed yet?
Oh, yes, sir. I've been committed for a week now.
What was their reaction?
Hey, excited, bro. Coach Freeman, he talking to me about 10 minutes. I'm like, I'm ready to get off the phone. But, yeah, it was good, though. Yeah, they were super excited.
All right, Jonaz. Talk to Notre Dame fans for a second. Tell them what to expect when you step on campus in South Bend.
Man, there's a lot to expect. I mean, they're getting a great athlete, and that's someone that can play anywhere. Whatever coach wants me to play, that's what I'm going to do, and I'm going to do my exact best. But also, they're getting a great young man. Like, I feel like I'm going to be a great student, great person, and then I'm going to also help the community.
All right. Well, thank you for spending this time with us here on the On3 Recruits channel on your special day. Congratulations. Go celebrate. You got family there. You got friends. You got teammates. Go have a blast. We're going to talk about this one.
Yes, sir.
All right. There it is. Jonaz Walton is now committed to Notre Dame. They locked down one of the top running backs in the South, one of the top running backs in America, and it's a big one. Let's bring in, speaking of big one, On3 national analyst Steve Wiltfong. Let's break this one down. Steve, what are the Irish getting?
Well, they're getting a 5'9", 205-pound running back with 10.6 speed in the 100-meter dash. He's one of the fastest players in the country at the position. He's On3's number 6 ranked running back in the land, had over 2,300 all-purpose yards. He can catch the football. He's a big play waiting to happen. He's physical between the tackles, but when he has daylight, he can absolutely go. He can catch the football, take those screen passes the distance, and those things are big factors in Notre Dame's offense. The Irish boast one of the best backfields in college football this year, from Heisman candidate Jeremiah Love to Jadarian Price to Aeneas Williams. They didn't sign a running back in 2025. They have 2 top 10 backs committed in 2026 now, with Javian Osborne also in the fold.
Yeah, it didn't take long for Jaywan Sider to get comfortable in South Bend. What you've covered him for a long time, but what type of recruiter is he?
Well, obviously, from a relationship standpoint, he's one of the best. He enjoys recruiting. He loves getting to know top prospects and their families. These were guys that were looking at Notre Dame heavily beforehand. Deland McCullough was Notre Dame's running backs coach, and he was also an ace recruiter on the trail. But Coach Sider, his track record of development at the position, on one of the other top running back rooms in the country coming into the season is at Penn State, where Coach Sider built those guys up, developed them, and put them in position to be the great players that they are. That's why Notre Dame has brought them in to maintain that status that Notre Dame has had. Running back and style of offense, pounding the football, being more physical behind the terrific offensive line is Notre Dame's calling card on offense, and these 2 backs allow them to be that moving forward.
All right, Steve. Appreciate you dropping by on what is another big recruiting day for Notre Dame.
Notre Dame's rolling, man. Top 5 class in the country right now. Kadon Finley's their biggest target moving forward, Josh, an electric wide receiver from the Lone Star State. They're battling the Longhorns, Aggies, and Arizona State for him. They'd love to add him to what's already in the fold.
All right. Appreciate you. And this is Notre Dame's 16th commitment toward the 2026 class. Let's bring in Mike Singer, Notre Dame insider. Mike, we've talked to you a lot on this channel. Notre Dame now has 2 running backs committed. How do these guys complement each other?
Similar style backs, both in that like 5'9", 5'10", 190 to 200 pound range. Do it all backs, they pride themselves in pass blocking, can get it done in the receiving game as well. Both well-rounded players. Man, what a massive get for the Irish. And talking to both young men, before they announced their commitments and getting to know them, tremendous kids. Jonaz, Walton, all the people he thanked. He wasn't reading a script. That was just him in that moment, so comfortable. The power of Notre Dame was on display in Jonaz Walton's recruitment, in my opinion. He added his offer from the Irish last March, didn't get to campus until January. Notre Dame skyrocketed up his recruitment at that point. Visits again in April, and then it was pretty much a matter of time before he was going to end up at Notre Dame. Like, this kid absolutely loved the Fighting Irish. Josh, I don't know if you've been to Carrollton, Georgia. I've been there a few times. It is not like a traditional place for Notre Dame to go land a lot of recruits. But Jonaz Walton fits Notre Dame. It just took him a couple visits to get up there, and he knew it's where he wanted to be. So, again, it doesn't matter where you are located. It doesn't matter where you go to school. Marcus Freeman and this staff, they're going to find you. And if you fit Notre Dame, there's a good chance you might end up there.
Yeah, it was pretty cool to see him, just the way he kind of put Notre Dame on the pedestal. You could hear in his, just the inflection in his voice when he got to Notre Dame and explained them, that there's just something different about it. And let's talk more about this roster. Last year, like you said, Notre Dame didn't sign any running back. So are they looking to just take 2 in this class? Do you think this is it for running back?
Yeah, they did end up landing Nolan James. They flipped him. I believe it was Michigan State. It ended up a 4-star prospect. He's a good one. So Javian Osborne committed. Of course, Jonaz Walton. It's really early. I mean, you don't see 3 running back classes often. I'm not sure where the Irish will go from here. I would say it's more likely they just take these 2, but I wouldn't rule out really anything at this point.
Yeah. All right, so we know Caden Finley. He's a major target. Steve just talked about him. You've talked about him plenty on this channel. Who else do you think Notre Dame fans need to be focused on as we hit these summer months?
Yeah, when you look at both sides of the ball, Notre Dame's got commitments at every position except for tight end, and they're looking to take 2 tight ends. Matt Ludwig is a huge one for the Irish in Montana, and then you got Ian Premer and Evan Jacobs, and Notre Dame would love to land 2 of those 3 prospects. Steve talked about Caden Finley, another huge target for the Irish. Grayson McHugh, looking like a Notre Dame Penn State battle for the offensive tackle from Pennsylvania. Notre Dame needs more beef on the interior of their defensive line. Another linebacker, looking at Tank King as a big name to watch. And then, of course, Joey O'Brien, McHugh's teammates at LaSalle College in Pennsylvania. Notre Dame definitely wants him.
Yeah, Joey O'Brien, that recruitment is heating up after that visit out to Oregon. Kind of threw some people off when he told Steve that they're essentially his leader at this point. We'll see,
Yeah, that one was very interesting. You thought for a while it's a Notre Dame Penn State battle. Interestingly enough, for this elite 2-way athlete, taking his OV to Penn State this weekend. If I'm the Nittany Lions, I wanted him in June. So they get him in the middle of May when he's going to take all of his June official visits. Yeah, Oregon. Look, I get the feeling that he goes to Notre Dame. Notre Dame's the leader. He said that after his recent Notre Dame trip. Goes to Penn State. Hey, maybe Penn State jumps in front. And then Oregon. So if I'm a Notre Dame fan, pump the brakes a little bit. Don't overreact that he said Oregon might be the team to beat. I think Notre Dame gets the last visit, if I'm remembering correctly, in terms of the OVs, then I would expect like a July or August commitment from Joey O'Brien. So there's still a lot to transpire in Joey O'Brien's recruitment.
All right. Yeah, there's a lot to go. Notre Dame, 16 commitments. How many are we looking at this cycle?
Yeah, I mean, it's probably around a full boat of 25-ish, and then they'll land several more in the transfer portal ahead of the 26 season. So, again, you're looking at 2 or 3 more receivers, a couple tight ends, another offensive tackle, 2 defensive linemen, maybe 3 more defensive linemen, another linebacker, and then another defensive back or 2. So, yeah, still, look, 16 commitments, a blue chip ratio approaching 90%.
Beautiful.
Jobs. Absolutely. Notre Dame had been in the 50 to 60 range recently, and the more commits you take, you could be adding more 3-stars, so that might drop down. But if Notre Dame's above 70% and blue chip ratio, if you don't understand, it's just your amount of 4 and 5 stars you have committed. So Notre Dame's 87% of their commits rank as a 4 or 5 star, and they do have a 5-star in Rodney Dunham, the elite pass rusher from Charlotte. So yeah, they have 9-10 more guys to add. So it might drop below 80, but again, anything over 70, you're really excited about.
All right. Well, today was a really fun one. Another blue chipper commits to the Irish. And like you said, it was really fun listening to his thank yous. Like when he started throwing the old stories with his older brother in there too.
I'm telling you, man, that is one of my favorite kids I've been able to cover. Like just very no nonsense, talking about his family. How often do you hear him think teacher? How often do you hear a kid commit and thank teachers? At that point, I was like, all right, this kid's going to Notre Dame. And maybe I already knew that because I interviewed him on Monday for a story of blue and gold that you could find right now. But still, right then and there, you're like, all right, this looks pretty good for the Fighting Irish. Also, I'll throw this out there real quick. Stanford does beat Notre Dame on the recruiting trail here and there. It's rare, but it does happen. But when a kid is really looking at Stanford and Notre Dame, that's a sign to college football fans out there that the kid is a tremendous student. I mean, these are two of the top academic institutions in the country. And he told me in that interview I did with him that, like, you just can't find that level of high academics and high football at many places. And I said, hey, are you okay leaving the South? Like, is that something you're comfortable with? And he said, at first, I wasn't too sure, but when I got up there, I knew it's where I wanted to be.
Yeah, incredible. Really fun. Thanks, Mike Singer, for dropping by. Another live commitment here on the On3 Recruits channel.
Yep, of course, Josh.
All right. And thank you guys. Make sure you are subscribed. If you are still here hanging out with us, hit subscribe to the On3 Recruits channel because we have more commitments coming. We're about to announce a big one that we're going to have on Friday. So you guys keep hanging out with us. There is much more to come.